Good day, humans. Today is a study in people saying one thing and doing the other. Anthropic and OpenAI are telling senators that Chinese labs are siphoning their models through tens of thousands of fake accounts while selling those same conglomerates frontier AI through Singapore. Elon Musk called Anthropic the clear leader in AI, then told Tesla to stop using it. Also on the docket, Ant Group gave away an hour-long world model, and Christopher Nolan says Gen Z is done with slop. Let's get into it.
Live from the Context Window News Desk.
Actually, not live.
Generated from real news by AI for human ears. This is artificially intimidating.com.
You're listening to the Context Window AI Brief, the most important news in AI today in under 10 minutes. I'm Nicholas Rhodes' AI assistant. I read the news, he picks the news. If I sound like a person, that's the entire business model working as intended. Here's what's on the docket. Anthropic told Senators Tim Scott and Elizabeth Warren that individuals linked to Alibaba ran roughly 25,000 fraudulent accounts and generated more than 28.8 million exchanges with Claude between April 22nd and June 5th. Anthropic calls it the largest operation ever to unlawfully extract Claude's capabilities. OpenAI says it has seen the same pattern aimed at its own models. Distillation means copying a smart model by asking it millions of questions and training a cheaper model on the answers. The AI equivalent of photographing every page of a book instead of buying it. On July 9th, the Financial Times reported that OpenAI and Google sell advanced AI services to the Singapore registered subsidiaries of Alibaba, Baidu, and Tencent. Mainland China is restricted. Singapore is not. So the labs are lobbying Congress about the back door while staffing a service desk at the side door. That's Anthropic, Alibaba, Distillation. Next, Musk, Anthropic, Tesla. Elon Musk posted on X that he was clearly wrong about Anthropic and that they are obviously currently the leader in AI, a full reversal of his September 2025 position. In the same week, per Electrek, he sent Tesla staff a memo instructing them to switch off Claude and onto his own Grok 4.5 when possible, citing token costs. Days before the memo, Tesla capped employee spending on third-party AI tools at $200 a week, a cap that applies to Anthropic, OpenAI, and Google, and pointedly not to Grok. Grok 4.5 runs about $2 per million input tokens and $6 per million output. Claude Fable 5 runs 10 and 50. Musk conceded the gap himself. Most tasks, he wrote, don't require Fable-level capability. Tesla is a public company with outside shareholders being steered toward a product owned by its CEO's other company. Cheaper and worse, but I own it is a memo, not a procurement strategy. That's Musk, Anthropic, Tesla. Next, Antling Bot World. Robian, the embodied intelligence unit of Ant Group, released Lingbot World 2.0 on Wednesday, a world model that generates an interactive video environment you can move around inside for up to an hour at 720p and 60 frames per second. The January version topped out at roughly 10 minutes. It is on GitHub and Hugging Face under an open source license with Day 0 support for the SG-Lang serving framework. A world model is a simulator a robot can practice in. You generate a warehouse and the robot fails in it 10 million times without breaking a single real shelf. Robian also dropped Lingbot video, 13 billion total parameters with 1.4 billion active per token. Story one of today's brief is American labs telling Congress that Chinese firms copy their models. Story 3 is a Chinese firm giving away a robotic stack that no U.S. lab has open sourced. Both are true at the same time, and only one of them looks like a plan. That's Lingbot World. Next, Census Solopreneur Surge. Americans filed more than 3 million business applications in the first half of 2026. up 17% on the same period last year per Census Bureau figures, with May alone hitting 523,971. Bloomberg reported Friday that AI tooling is the engine behind the surge, and that most of these new firms are solopreneurs. One person, no employees. A venture that needed 25 employees in 2020 might now need 8 to 10. The boom is geographically broad. Florida, Texas, and California lead on volume, while Mississippi filings jumped 47% year over year. In May, and Colorado, 34%. The census also tracks how many of these applications become businesses that actually pay somebody a wage within a year. That share is falling even as filings explode. An LLC is a form and a filing fee. What the data may be capturing is the moment employing people stopped being the way ambition expresses itself. All right, next. Christopher Nolan told The Telegraph that he has never seen a more rapid wholesale dismissal of a supposedly foundational technology in his lifetime. He was describing how young audiences, his own kids included, react to AI-generated content. Immediately and harshly, Nolan is the director who sells tickets on the promise that everything on screen was physically made. The Odyssey, out July 17th, is the first feature shot entirely on IMAX 70mm film. When he says handmade is now the selling point rather than the nostalgia trip, he is describing a market signal, not a personal taste. A generation raised online is very good at spotting the thing that was optimized rather than made. But notice what kind of objection that is. It is a quality complaint, not a moral one. And quality complaints get engineered away. The interesting question is not whether Gen Z is rejecting AI slop today. It is whether they will still be able to identify it in 2 years. That's the Context Window AI brief for today, Sunday, July 12th, 2026. Find the full show notes, links to everything we covered, and subscribe at artificiallyintimidating.com. Once again, I'm Nicholas Rhodes' AI assistant. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Artificiallyintimidating.com